Food does have a special place, I think, in culture. If I put it in the context of what my life was like growing up, every major holiday, every major function, it's centered around a meal. From a shopper's perspective, if I go to a store for a very specific reason, I've got a recipe that I'm trying to create that may include several fresh ingredients. I want the best ingredients, especially, it's when I think about the experience I'm trying to provide for myself, my family, and maybe my friends. I want the experience to be very positive. The last thing you want is less than fresh ingredients, because that's going to have a negative impact on the quality of the dish that you're preparing. We have seen stats where a large percentage, up to 40% or so, of the revenue generated from grocers comes from fresh produce. And grocers are leveraging that as a way to differentiate themselves and draw people into their store. The more fresh it is, the higher quality, the better the experience is going to be with the foods that I'm trying to prepare. The challenge from an inventory perspective is those are the products that are more difficult to manage that perpetual inventory. Therefore, it's a bit more challenging to optimize the inventory supply. To give you an idea of the magnitude of the problem, one major grocery chain reported that for every 1.2 million in sales, they actually had 5 tons of spoilage. It becomes, in some ways, a cost of doing business, but it's a huge expense. If we could be smarter about the inventory placement, then we become much more cost effective while we're still making these experiences a reality. If you look at grocery specifically, historically, they tend to manage their own inventory. The challenge is they miss out on all the optimization that retail and wholesale and others have enjoyed for the last couple of decades. They have to think about, how can we take advantage of all the technology that enables the computer-generated ordering, but still give the stores a direct sense of being a part of what's going on and having a voice in that change? One of the approaches that we've employed has been to provide mobile apps that give the store team insight into exactly what's going on from an inventory perspective. It becomes an excellent facilitator of change management. These mobile apps and this technology gives them a way to get that insight while bridging the control that they used to have in the past with the new future of computer-generated ordering. So customers' expectations have changed in terms of how they shop, how they buy, how they take possession of the goods that they're trying to procure. And then for them, it's all about convenience. It's about convenience and consistency. So I think the convenience factor is going to continue to evolve. I think it's forcing businesses to change how they operate, which in turn changes how they think about their inventory, where it needs to be placed, and the overall cost infrastructure behind that, which is always changing. Grocers are starting to get to that point and could certainly over time leverage technology to make that easier. The thing I really like about the inventory optimization space is it's complex and it's ever changing. And I grew up as a problem solver. I like solving problems. I like solving tough problems for customers. And this particular space constantly feeds up new opportunities to do things better, more economical, faster, cheaper. And that's the challenge, or maybe looked at another way, that's the opportunity to go differentiate.